Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Kittle. We hope you're all well and keeping safe. And we know that the government guidance that has recently come out is advising that all schools where we can open safely do so on the 1st of June for key year groups. We've communicated with you so far in writing, but we hope that the next presentation will help you a little bit more to prepare. The 1st of June, the government are expecting schools to open for nursery, reception, year 1 and year 6, as well as continuing provision for priority year groups. Now we know currently that we have classes we've named Swallow and Penguin, and they consist of our key worker families. Those classes will continue and they will be for years 2, 3, 4 and 5. When your children come back to school on Monday the 1st of June, we would ask that they are in fresh, clean clothes every day. School uniform is preferable, but it's much more important to us that clothes are clean and washed daily. So where this isn't possible, we will apply flexibility and show understanding, so please don't worry about that. We would like your child to bring in their own water bottle with their name on and a coat, but only if it's needed. We would ask, please, that no bags are brought into school and no equipment. Children will have their own equipment at their own desks, and so there is no need to bring pencil cases. We will also not be sending books to and from home, so children do not need to bring their reading records or reading books home with them during these times. If it looks like it's going to be a sunny day, then please ensure that your child has their sun cream applied before the school day and that they come to school with their sun hat on. They will need appropriate clothing and of course their water bottle. When you're coming into the school, please do not touch the doors or gates or items around the school. We would ask politely that you don't stand around in groups or gather at the classroom door. There will be definitive markings on the ground, and senior staff will be there each morning and each evening to guide you as to where you need to transition to collect your children. We would ask too that only one adult is permitted at a time to collect children where possible. Please only come at the allocated times provided to you, and please make sure that you are spacing out from other families but staying with your own family. We would ask too that you drop and collect very quickly, and that if you need to converse with class teachers, you do so via Dojo. Class teachers will be available to respond to your concerns before the school day and after the school day. As much as we like to talk to one another, we would ask too, please, that you limit conversations. And if you do need to make an appointment with myself or a senior team member, then please phone the school and we'll happily arrange to do so safely. The gates that you will be entering and exiting through will all be labelled, and we will be there to support those transitions. We'd ask too that you consider the latest guidelines for travelling safely, including, please, not travelling with other families. Now you'll understand that we are supporting our staff team too. We need to make sure that our pupils and our staff are safe, and in order to do so, children will be taught in very small group sizes, and that may mean that although the teacher that they are used to having is leading the learning, they may be taught directly by other adults. We will have separate first aid kits for each group, and PPE is available to staff who do need to give first aid. Your children will only be learning and playing with children in their group, which we are naming Bubbles, and that will reduce the ongoing risk. Within the classrooms, tables have been set up in years 1, 6 and key worker classes so that we have 2 metre distances. Children will be given their own equipment at their own desks to use. Now I said 15 children, but I can guarantee in most classes it will be no more than 12 at Westfield. At lunchtime, children again will remain in their own bubbles and have designated places in which they play where no other children are playing. They will eat their lunch within their classroom, and I will be sending separate information out about access to free school meals and ongoing voucher system. The children have their own allocated time to eat and play, or vice versa. And when lining up, markings will be on the ground to ensure that children are 2 metres apart. To minimise risk, we will ensure that adults and children frequently wash their hands with soap and water for 20 seconds throughout the day. We have 4 designated times in which that will be happening, and staff will be radioing one another to communicate and ensure that toilets are free from other children. Please be assured it is very organised and very thorough. Children will be encouraged to clean their hands with sanitizer also within the classrooms. They will also be encouraged not to touch their mouth, eyes and nose, and we'll be adopting the catch it, bin it, kill it approach. All of our bins have lids on throughout the building. Children will be entering and exiting via their external classroom doors to minimise risk through transitioning throughout the building. If somebody is showing symptoms of COVID-19, we have a separate isolation room at the front of the school, and designated adults will be called to support and assist those children, myself and Mrs. Thompson. We will ensure that the office team contact immediately, and we will wear PPE to help your child, other children if is necessary. There will be separate toilet facilities for those children also. As tempting as it is, we'd ask please that you do not encourage your children to meet with friends after school. Instead, we'd ask that you collect and you rapidly leave the site. Now, on Wednesday afternoon, school is closing in the afternoons for reception class, Year 1 classes and Year 6 classes, and that is to allow extra cleaning, time for teachers to develop learning for the following week, and to ensure that staff are trained and kept up to date. Reception and Year 1 children will be collected after they've eaten their lunch at 12:45. And Year 6 pupils will be collected at 1 o'clock. Our key worker groups, Swallow and Penguin, will remain in school until 3 p.m. Here you can see a slide which dictates the collection and drop-off times. Now, we are running Breakfast Club from 7:30 in the morning, but we have 12 places only, and those are for key worker families as a priority. We have asked that you contact the school via the admin email address in my earlier communication. Equally, we will be running Woodlanders if families require that support, and that's for key worker families only. And those sessions run until 5:15. The children will be working with Della Sports in the evening, and they will be given a light snack. Again, if you wish to book those sessions, please contact the admin team via the admin address. You will see here from the map that we have clear zones for entry and exit points. I appreciate it's quite a lot to take in, but as I've said periodically through this, we will be there to guide and support you as you enter the site. In terms of next steps, we will contact you via parent mail to confirm the times and locations of entry and exit, to also give you details about which group or bubble your child will be working in and which adults will be leading those sessions. And finally, I appreciate wholeheartedly that this is a huge amount of information to take in, that you have to make your own decisions as a family, and whatever you decide, we totally respect you and your decisions, and I speak to you as a head teacher of your school, but also as a parent myself. So thank you for taking the time. We hope these guidelines have been useful, and we look forward to seeing you in the near or distant future. Take great care. Thank you.